Dean Ambrose, another dirty deeds!
10 wrestlers who became special guest referees. WWE superstars don many hats apart from just competing in the ring. Sometimes they serve as guest commentators, special enforcers, or even special guest referees. The Stamford-based company strategically appoints wrestlers as officials to advance storylines. The prospects of performers donning a striped shirt has always appealed to fans. Many famous wrestlers have performed the role of an in-ring official over the years. While some of these appearances as a referee have been on the funny side, a few have been pivotal to the storyline. Join us now as we look at 10 wrestlers who became special guest referees. The Rock. The Rock has an innate ability to shine in everything he does, whether it be impressing in the ring, on the microphone, or as a special guest referee. Hence, when the special one served as the special guest official of Triple H's WWE title match against the British Bulldog in 1999, the fans would have expected a laugh riot. It turns out they got more than what they had hoped for. The execution of the move, leaving the watching audience in splits. The game was none too pleased, but received a rock bottom from the Brahma Bull for his troubles. You'd think Bulldog would have emerged as the victor, right? Wrong. While he did go for the cover, The Rock obliged, albeit counting on the mic. He went 1-2 at the very last moment. He stood up and said his iconic catchphrase, "It doesn't matter if The Rock counts to 3, again making the fans go gaga for his over-the-top antiques. Eventually, the match ended as a no contest as The Rock nailed both the champion and the challenger with a title belt and made his way to the back with a strap. Fans would have wanted to see more of the 10-time WWE champion as an official because he reveled in the role like no other.
Sheldon landing on his feet.
Shawn Michaels. Surprisingly, Shawn Michaels has served as the special guest referee in a plethora of matches over the years. In addition to being one of the all-time greats in WWE, what better way to look back on his first ever stint as an official? This was when Michaels and Bret Hart's rivalry was at its peak. Hence, when Hart challenged then WWE champion The Undertaker, how could the Heartbreak Kid remain on the sidelines? He was appointed as the special guest referee for the match. As expected, chaos ensued during the matchup as Michaels tried to nail his Canadian adversary with a steel chair. However, as luck would have it, Hart ducked and the chair connected to the dead man's cranium. Michaels reluctantly made the 3 count, handing his rival the WWE title. Adding insult to injury, Taker was now behind his back, looking for revenge. This wasn't the only rodeo for Mr. WrestleMania as an official in a Taker match. The acclaimed WrestleMania 28 match between Triple H and the Phenom saw Michaels again donning the striped shirt. While he tried his level best to get his longtime friend Hunter over the line, Taker was in no mood to surrender his mania streak as he extended his winning run to 19-0. This doesn't mean Michaels was the guest referee in only the serious situations. Who could forget his orchestration of the demolition job on Rob Conway at the hands of Kane in 2006. The Big Red Machine had a gimmick back then wherein he would get infuriated with even the slightest mention of the date May 19. In reality, it was an obvious marketing tactic on the part of WWE to promote his then upcoming movie on that date, See No Evil. Anyways, Michaels made Conway wear a May 19 shirt, unleashing Kane's wrath on the wrestler. The whole sequence was quite funny, and the fans enjoyed it a lot. Stone Cold Steve Austin. When two rich celebrities field their representatives in a rare battle of billionaires, the stakes are at an all-time high. The magnitude of the circumstances demands that a special guest referee be assigned for the match instead of a regular one. That is what happened when future U.S. President Donald Trump and then WWE Chairman Vince McMahon had Bobby Lashley and Umaga respectively fight on their behalf at WrestleMania 23. Now this wasn't all, as the unique match's stipulation stated that the losing billionaire would have to go bald. To oversee it all, Stone Cold Steve Austin was the official for the clash. The Texas Rattlesnake's torture of McMahon over the years has been well documented. However, he didn't hesitate to lay the letter of the law to Trump in the build-up to the encounter. During the high-stakes battle, Mr. McMahon relied on underhanded tactics to insert his son, Shane McMahon, as the official instead of Austin. However, he soon found out that it wasn't a wise move, as the 6-time WWE champion fought back his way to continue as the referee for the bout. Although Umaga knocked him out with a right hand, The surprise attack by Trump onto McMahon at ringside allowed Lashley to hit a devastating spear on the Samoan bulldozer, picking up the win. The result ensured that McMahon was condemned to shave his head bald. Austin held the former boss's head as Lashley and Trump sheared off his hair with trimmers. This wasn't the end of the madness, as Austin delivered his trademark stunner on Trump, leaving everyone surprised. Tori. Special guest referees often impact a match's outcome, none more so than what Tori did during her stint as an official. Lita had just won the Divas Battle Royale to determine the #1 contender for the Women's Championship. Little did she know that a brazen attack by Tori, followed by a sneaky pin attempt from the Women's Champion Stephanie McMahon, would quickly end her title aspirations to change a potentially grueling contest for her title to a cakewalk with the help of Tori's biased officiating. Shane McMahon. When you are the heel boss's son, you're bound to get your hands dirty at some point. Shane McMahon has been a special guest referee on many occasions. One such stint saw him flout his authority as the official in the 1998 Survivor Series. Mankind, backed by Shane's dad's corporation, came up against Stone Cold Steve Austin at the event. McMahon attacked the original referee for the match, Mike Chioda, to prevent Austin from gaining a victory. Instead, McMahon Jr. entered the ring in a striped shirt. The Rattlesnake still refused to give in. However, McMahon's lackeys, Gerald Briscoe and Sergeant Slaughter, attacked him with a chair, allowing Mankind to cover him up. Shane was present to make the count and confirm the tainted victory. Now, this wasn't the only instance that Shane officiated in a match featuring Mankind. He did so again in the Deranged Ones match against Triple H in a January 1999 episode of Monday Night Raw. Only this time, McMahon Jr. plotted against Mankind. His quick 3 count meant Hunter prevailed over him. However, this wasn't the end. As first, the Cerebral Assassin performed a pedigree on Shane, following which the Hardcore Legend locked him in a submission maneuver and forced Vince McMahon into granting him a WWE title match that very night.
You gotta be kidding me! Oh. John Cena!
John Cena. When two of your fiercest rivals are in a match and you are the special guest referee in that fight, there's bound to be fireworks. John Cena was in a similar position when he was the special official for Wade Barrett and CM Punk's match in 2011. The leaders for the Core and the New Nexus were vying for the spots in the then upcoming Royal Rumble match, with the stipulation that the loser's whole stable would not be competing in the 30-man match. With the high stakes, the referee wouldn't be messing around, right? Wrong. As it turned out, Cena wasn't too interested in letting any men win. He made his intentions clear when he pushed Punk down and landed a tight slap across Barrett's face to assert his authority over the two. This was just the start, as Cena couldn't keep himself from getting involved in the match and threw the Second City Saint over the ropes to the ringside. The C-Nation leader didn't stop at that, as he slid out the squared circle to sign autographs for his fans mid-match. Finally, he declared the match as a double disqualification owing to both competitors' display of excessive profanity, leaving both Punk and Barrett in a fit of rage. Although both factions did appear in the 2011 Royal Rumble match, Cena, having fun at the expense of both the group leaders, made for must-watch TV.
For the F5 again! This time, Angle.
Kurt Angle. Not only has Kurt Angle hurt his opponents with his dreaded angle lock, but he has also been a special guest referee in a handful of important matches. The Tag Team Championship match between The Undertaker and The Rock versus Edge and Christian in 2000 saw the Olympic gold medalist perform the referee duties. Angle intervened in Edge's favor. When it looked like the Great One was about to help his team retain the tag title, he performed his dreaded finisher, the Olympic Slam, on The Rock, and that was enough for the Canadians to win the WWE Tag Team title. While the 4-time WWE champion reigned supreme on this occasion, he was on the receiving end in 2003 when he again donned a striped shirt. This time, Angle served as the official for Brock Lesnar's steel cage match against then-boss Vince McMahon. However, the supposed beef between the employee and the employer was part of an elaborate setup. The wrestling machine refused to count a pinfall for McMahon and got clobbered for his troubles. Angle locked in the angle lock on the boss as he seethed in pain. However, just then Lesnar rose and delivered a thunderous F5 to his perennial rival. It turned out that this was a trap set up by McMahon and the Beast incarnate as they demonically smiled at each other. Unfortunately, Angle walked right into it and paid a heavy price.
Obviously, JBL is hardly impartial. Wait a minute!
JBL. JBL was scheduled to face John Cena in 2008's Judgment Day event, and in the build-up to the PPV was appointed as special guest referee by then Raw General Manager William Regal for Cena's match against Randy Orton at an episode of Monday Night Raw. The towering superstar planted a big boot on the C-Nation leader's face, helping Orton reverse an attitude adjustment attempt into a pinfall. JBL counted to 3 at lightning-fast speed, and the Viper was announced as the match winner. The heel wrestlers continued their attack on Cena and Triple H, the WWE champion at the time, and had to rush to the ring to make a save. Stephanie McMahon. The love triangle storyline between Kurt Angle, Triple H, and Stephanie McMahon in the early 2000s was massively popular among the masses. Angle and Hunter engaged in countless battles, but their 2002 No Way Out, no disqualification clash was different, as McMahon was the special guest referee for the match. Even though she was Triple H's kayfabe wife at the time, she favored the Olympic gold medalist in the match. However, it was Angle who accidentally knocked Steph out of the ring as the game dodged his clothesline attempt. Senior referee Tim White took charge as the intense encounter continued. Both longtime adversaries tried every trick in the book to gain an advantage in the match. In the end, McMahon returned to the ring when it looked like Hunter would walk away with a victory after performing his finisher pedigree on Angle. She stopped White mid-count and delivered a low blow to the official. Angle measured the cerebral assassin before delivering his trademark Angle slam, and Stephanie counted to 3. She was more joyous with the bout's outcome. It seemed even more than Angle. Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan's WrestleMania 28's humiliating loss against Sheamus in 2012 is one of the quickest in the event's history. He received an opportunity to redeem himself as he was scheduled to face the Celtic Warrior at the next event. Extreme Rules. In the build-up to the PPV, Bryan served as the special guest referee in Sheamus's match. However, the Great White had the last laugh as he prevailed against Bryan in a 2 out of 3 fall match at the Extreme Rules PPV. Marvelous verdict. The versatility of a WWE wrestler is the company's biggest asset. This enables the wrestling juggernaut to easily showcase a talented in-ring performer as a special guest referee. While a grappler's primary job is to dazzle with his ring work, it doesn't hurt if he occasionally portrays a different role. Not only does this build intrigue, but it also allows the fans to view a contrasting side of their favorite wrestler. Hence, featuring wrestlers as special guest referees is a pretty good idea.